Hey guys, I'm here to talk to you about this week's comics releasing January 13th, 2020, or the 12th if you're DC. I know I sell my DC comics on Tuesdays, but the rest of my comics are released on Wednesdays, so keep that in mind as we go through this week's comics. Let's delve right in, and we're going to start off with Haha number 1. I think this comic's going to be the biggest comic of the week, hands down. I'm always talking about how you should pick up an Image number 1 no matter what, because you never know what's going to happen with it, if it's going to be the next big thing, or if it's going to be, a trash comic, but I always at least check out the number 1s to see if I like the comics or not, and this one is no particular exception, because the writer of Ice Cream Man, W. Maxwell Prince, actually writes this comic. It is a one-shot anthology series about clowns in the world of clowns, and he's gonna have some of the biggest comic book people, artists drawing his comics, and each one will be a different artist. This week starts off with the Redlands artist, Vanessa Del Rey, and she is phenomenal. This art looks great, and I'm so excited to see where this comic takes us. If it's gonna be like crazy horror, sci-fi-ish, like Ice Cream Man, and I am all in for the ride. Next up is going to be Black Gwenom versus Carnage number 1. So I don't usually do tie-ins on here too much, and I usually would never put a tie-in on here. However, this one is going to be a little more special. Black hasn't really had its big wow moment yet, and I think this comic is going to be its wow moment. I believe this is going to be the first appearance of Mary Jane in the Carnage suit, fighting the amazing Venom Spider-Gwen, which would be so cool to see. I'm hoping there is lots of action and lots of cool character designs. The covers, fantastic. They have 2 regular covers and a beautiful 1 in 25 cover, and I cannot wait to see if this comic is that Black wow comic, because I have been waiting for something crazy to happen. The next up would be Future State Teen Titans number 1. It takes place in a post-apocalyptic world after the Teen Titans Academy, which is going to be coming out in May. I highly recommend checking that one out too. It probably will make my top for the week, but it's insane. They have a lot of cool interests in this comic. I have already read it, and I don't want to spoil anything, but the ending is really great, and throughout the entire time you are trying to figure out who this new Red X is, and that's kind of important because I don't recall ever seeing Red X in a comic before, so this might be his first time being in the comics. I've seen him in TV shows, but this is definitely one to look out for. I thought it was a very fun, surprising read of all the Future States, and I really enjoyed it. I'm really excited. And now we're going to start out for our series Shoutouts, which aren't my top picks, but they are, I think, something you should look out for when you go to the comic book shop on Wednesdays. It's going to be Future State Dark Detective number 1. This one centers around Bruce Wayne, broken down. Everyone thinks he's dead. He has no money, no uniform, nothing to him. And I think that's just such an interesting concept. It's kind of like old man Bruce Wayne, which I like quite a bit. It's also written by the award-winning Mariko Tamaki, and she will be taking the realm of Detective Comics after Future State. So I think this one's going to be a little more important to add into that Detective Comics-y feel. I really enjoy her writing. I thought she's done a fantastic job on Wonder Woman, plus tons of other comics. And this comic's already on a second print. It hasn't even come out yet. Already on a second print. Lunar's already expecting it to do as well as the next Batman and Wonder Woman. So that's saying something. Also, on our series shoutouts, Red Mother number 12. It is the series finale to a fantastic, creepy boom comic that I have been on this ride for so long. We will find out answers, hopefully, exactly who the Red Mother is, as well as what does she want with Daisy? What is she doing? Why has she led Daisy all this way? And why have these people have influenced in her life to take her to the secluded area for the Red Mother? And I am just super excited to find out. My last pick for my series shoutout is going to be Serial number 1. Serial is Terry Moore's newest series featuring Zoe, the star of Rachel Rising and 5 Years. And Zoe's a 10-year-old that's been 10 for 50 years now. Most of her life has been spent on the run fighting this demon that lived within her and kept her young for so long. And overall, she's become a serial killer. And that's where this comic picks up. It's her first solo series, and I'm very interested to see where this goes. I do not think many people ordered this either, therefore it might be a really low print run. But either way, I know I ordered it from my store, and I hope lots of other people did. I would keep a checkout for that. And not too big of a week this week, so I will be here next week to tell you all about the comics next time. Have a great day.